back a ways, several years ago, in remembrance of what happened to me on that day. Pearl Harbor, December 7th, 1941, of which I was 19 years old. The USS Pennsylvania, BB-38 it's called, flagship of the U.S. fleet, was in #1 dry dock in Pearl Harbor on 7 December 1941, having entered the dry dock on Saturday, December the 6th. I had awakened about 6:30 a.m., washed, dressed, and had breakfast. It was about 7:45 a.m. when I arrived on the signal bridge to assume the 8 to 12 watch. Tony Crudelli was my watch supervisor. He had his brother in the gang with us too. Yeah, his brother was there, Crudelli, yeah. Was my watch supervisor, yeah. It was a beautiful Hawaiian day, sunny and warm, with a few clouds over the mountains. The watch personnel, who had just been relieved, had gone below to have a breakfast. My watch station was on the port wing of the signal bridge, and I was hoisting the prep flag at 7:55 a.m. when I noticed a long string of planes coming in over the north end of Ford Island, over the mountains from the north, And I thought they were our planes making a surprise practice run. A few seconds later, I heard a large whomp, and then another. I went over to the starboard wing of the bridge in time to see pieces of a PBY, amphibious patrol plane, flying through the air at the south end of Ford Island. It was then that I looked at the insignia on the wings of the planes, big red meatballs. They were Japanese Navy planes, and Tony phoned to the officer of the deck to let him know what we were seeing from our vantage point on the signal bridge. See, part of our normal duties performed on the signal bridge was to act as lookouts to keep the officers of the deck informed as to activities of interest in the areas within our view. The signal bridge was some 35 feet above the ship's quarterdeck, where the officer of the deck was stationed while the ship was in port. I should explain the use of the prep flag. At Pearl Harbor, the base signal signal bridge was located on the yard water tower. Strange place, wasn't it? Yeah. The prep flag was hoisted at the yardarm of the 7:55 a.m. every morning it was done. All the ships at Pearl would follow the tower's lead and hoist prep flags at their yardarms, and then at exactly 8:00 a.m., the prep flag on the tower would be hauled down, followed immediately by all the ships in Pearl. Colors, the U.S. flag we're talking about, would then be hoisted. Now, on a battleship, we have a band. So the band was assembled on the quarterdeck, waiting for the prep flag to be executed. And as that, they could play the national anthem. The yard signal tower hauled down the prep flag at 8 a.m. and we followed. However, the band did not get to play for. They were heading for their general quarters stations. By this time, planes were all over the place, and Tony sent two of us into the conning tower, which happened to have 16 inches of steel around it for protection. And since he did not need us on the bridge, we were learning to be So later on,